In this video, I'm bringing you guys the top 10 awakenings for PvE in this game. Now, if you guys don't know what PvE is, it's literally just boss killing. I mean, there are things such as green scroll quests or things that, you can just kill NPCs in the game, but generally people refer to PvE as boss killing now, just because there's so many bosses in the game now. So if you guys enjoyed this video, remember to like, spoilers, get right to the video, guys. Now, coming in 10th place is going to be Alfurama Shizen. Now, you guys know why this is in 10th. This mode just does absolute tons of damage. Now, the reason why it's going to rank so low is because the actual mode drain on it is quite a lot. So you're going to generally have to kill the boss and then stop after you actually kill the boss once. So I do feel like that is actually a big factor in determining whether a mode is good or not. Mode drain is definitely a big part of it, considering that you only be able to kill one boss before your mode actually runs out. Now, please note that I am only using the mode and he is like a quarter dead. So, that is pretty good considering it's just one revolution of the actual abilities. Now, coming in 9th place is going to be the normal Red Goku. I'm sure you guys know why this is in 9th. It's pretty nuts just in general how much damage this mode actually does. So please keep in mind that this mode has so many different effects to it. This mode has so many different things that you can actually do. And not only that, but the second clone right here actually doubles down as another thing for the boss to actually attack. And I know like it dies sometimes, but like, dude, I'd be like, come on, man. You can spam so many different things, so many different specs, and the clones will actually continue to attack the boss. I don't know. It just feels super crazy to me, the fact that you can actually have, it's basically like a companion without having to level up a companion. I'm sure you guys probably know by now how hard it is to level up companions in this game just because of how you're supposed to do it. It's pretty insane how they expect you to level up companions. Meanwhile, with Red Goku mode, you get free companions, you get basically just free damage. I do feel like they should make it a little bit more seamless, integrated between one another, things like that. Not only that, but the animal spirit also does a ton of damage to the boss. Look, I've only been using the mode to this guy and he's already half health. So yeah, I'm sure you guys just know why Red Goku. It's pretty crazy. Red Goku mode is pretty nuts PvE. Now, coming in 8th place is going to be Giovanni Shizen, specifically the second mode of Giovanni Shizen. So in the second mode of Giovanni Shizen right here, I'm gonna actually just go fight the boss right here. If you guys use the C-spec on the boss, oh, I just missed everything about the C-spec, but you should generally wait until the boss is down. But not only does the C-spec it does like more damage than pretty much any C-spec in the game besides, the ones above this. Not only that, but you actually do get buffed M1s, which as you guys can see, the range on them is absolutely nuts. And then you get a tree, if you want to smack them in the face with a tree, that's pretty cool. Become Groot and stuff like that. That's pretty neat. But the range on these M1s is like, it's pretty nuts, all things considered. The coming in 7th place is going to be Raikid Shizen. Yes, you heard it correctly, Raikid Shizen, specifically the second mode. Now, the reason why, I'm sure you guys know why the second mode is going to be on here. Basically, when they actually get knocked down, this C-spec will absolutely destroy them. And by destroy, I mean destroy. It's kind of nuts how much damage this actually does. I'm just gonna hit him with the M1 combo. You know what I'm saying? He's getting absolutely wrecked right now. Oh, look at these jukes. Look at these jukes. Oh, you can't touch this. Oh, get blocked, nerd. Dude, I'm like roasting a boss right now. Feels bad, man. Oh. Use these epic PvP strats. I just don't want him to break my block, man. Come on, man. Go down. All right, he's actually down. Boom, C-spec. I'm gonna do it right on his face. And as you can see, a single C-spec did like, I would say around like 1/10 of the damage. Now, you guys may not be thinking that's a lot. Well, first of all, this mode drain, it doesn't really drain as much as some of the other modes on this list. Also, the C-spec isn't that long of a cooldown, and it's just easy to do when they're knocked down. So this isn't even including the absolutely massive stat bonus you get from the mode, which is definitely a huge help in actually fighting bosses and things like that. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Have you remembered to hit that like button on the video yet? If you haven't already, go ahead and do it. Now, coming to 6th place is going to be Kamaki. Now, I'm sure you guys know why this is in 6th. It's literally just because of the C-spec. I'm not going to drag it on for too long, but this C-spec right here, if you actually hit it on them while they're actually knocked down, it will do around... Hey, the boss just got flung around. What the actual crap? If you hit it on them while they're knocked down, it will do around like 1/10, 1/15 of their HP. And I do feel like it ranks higher on the list just because it drains barely any mode. So it does give you extra stats and barely drains any mode. So it's definitely worth the place on the list. Now, coming to 5th place is going to be the only sub-ability mode on this list, which is going to be Warp Spirit. Now, Warp Spirit on its own is okay overall. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but it's when you combine it with other ones. So I'm going to go ahead and combine it with another one right here. All right, so I equipped Zeno Dokai. I'm going to go ahead. Oh, I messed up really hard right now. Leave me alone. All right, I'm going to combine it with the Zeno Dokai right here. And then boom, Zeno Dokai. And as you guys can see, the M1s do actually stack. So, it's kind of crazy how much damage you actually do. If you stack Warp Stage with the Zeno Dokai, blue. Look at that. I literally just did that much damage from literally just M1ing the dude. He went from like almost full HP to half. Yeah, the damage is pretty crazy. Now coming to 4th place is going to be Shindai Red Goku. Yes, you heard it correctly, Shindai Red Goku. I would actually say specifically the 2nd mode right here. So not only can you get these throwables to throw it at the boss just for some extra damage, but you can actually infinitely fly. I know you guys may be thinking, oh, you know, infinite flight, that's not a big deal. Dude, it is, because look at this. This boss, bosses can't do anything to you. Literally nothing. Bosses literally cannot do a single thing to you, and you could just, you know, absolutely destroy them by just flying and M1ing them. Now, it may not look like he's dying that quickly, but please keep in mind that I'm only using mode and M1s. So you could, this is quite literally just in a boss killer on its own, you know, considering it only drains, you know, it doesn't really drain as much as stuff like Alfurama Shizen, and you could always just charge a chi afterwards. So I do think it's pretty nuts, you know, considering just, man, it's crazy just how good Shindai Red mode actually is. Now, coming in 3rd place is going to be Kagoku. Now, I do actually recommend that you guys, when you guys use Kagoku, I do recommend that you combine it with Kagoku Z-Spec, which is actually just the mode that you get from killing the Kagoku boss. So if you go into the lava dimension, I'm going to see if I can run over here and go into the lava dimension. For some reason, in this Ember map, there's a lot of different areas you cannot go into any dimension. So I'm going to try and do it right here. I can't. Oh, can you not use it in Ember? Is that not allowed? Okay, whatever. I'll just use the normal M1s then. So the lava one is actually the best one for bosses itself, though the lava M1s for some reason do like absolute tons of damage to bosses just because it melts them. Oh man, I'm not going to be able to, I'm not even going to get to show you guys. Let me see if I could do it all the way over here. Right here, maybe? You just can't use it in Ember. That's a real shame. But yeah, the lava dimension, it does actually hardcore melt the boss. And by hardcore melt, I mean like genuinely hardcore melt. You guys can just see with these are just the normal M1s, and it's already melting the boss. So just imagine the lava M1s, it's like 10 times as good. It's pretty crazy, all things considered. Now, coming in 2nd place is going to be Shadow. Now, it's going to be really, really hard for me to actually hit the Shadow. Oh, he just knocked me off the wall. It's going to be really hard for me to actually hit this Shadow ability, just because the Shadow ability is generally for when you start the fight, because you actually are a fair distance away. Let's see if I can hit it. Boom, C-Spec. Oh my gosh. Look, the C-Spec, I didn't even hit the C-Spec right, and it still did that much damage. If you hit the C-Spec perfectly, and I mean perfectly, it's generally a lot easier to set up. You will do half of his health and damage almost instantly. Shadow's crazy, man. That's all I'm gonna say. I've done it in a video before. Shadow is absolutely nuts, man. The amount of damage the mode does is crazy. I'm gonna try and do it one more time, but as I said before, it is generally a lot harder to do. Yeah, I missed. I entirely missed. You want to do it at the start of a fight and things like that. Now, Honorable Blood is actually going to be Shizen. I'm sure you guys already saw Raikage Shizen in this list if you actually didn't skip through. Shizen is just the worst Raikage Shizen. That's why it's in the honorable mentions and not on the actual list. Just because it does like half the damage of Raikage Shizen. So it's a pretty major downgrade, but it still does a lot of damage, as you guys can see. Look at that. That did more damage than Raikage Shizen. Now, honorable mention 2 is going to be Forged Rengoku. This is the skin Forged Sengoku. Now, this isn't just because of the massive damage Z-Spec right here. So the Z-Spec does do a lot of damage, and it does auto-track to the boss. As you guys see, it melts his HP. It also has a weapon spec, which does tons, and it also has buffed M1. So it generally is a really good boss farming thing, hence why it's going to be in the honorable mentions on this list. By the way, guys, what is your favorite awakening for PvE in this game? Feel free to tell me in the comments below. I will be checking them out. Now, coming in 1st place, as you guys probably expected, is going to be Xeno Dokai. Yes, of course, Xeno Dokai is going to be at first. Not only do you have this absolutely amazing C-Spec right here, this isn't the C-Spec, by the way, I used the weapon spec, but you also get buffed M1s, where the boss cannot actually hit you, and the M1s actually do quite a bit of damage as well. I'd like to say that. It is quite a bit of damage that the boss M1s actually do. But when he actually goes down, I'm going to use the C-Spec, and I'm pretty sure it's just going to finish him off and actually kill him. What's he doing? You want to get M1, nerd? Go down, fool. I'm pretty sure he does one last attack, and then he goes down. Oh, he's down. Okay. Boom, C-Spec. Look, he's dead instantly. I didn't even use the last half of the C-Spec. He just died instantly. Yeah, that C-Spec, it's pretty nuts. I'm sure you guys have always, you know, used Xeno Dokai for farming, but there is the mode below this, Shadow, actually is pretty crazy. I mean, dude, the amount that it drains for the boss is kind of nuts, all things considered. It would be first if it had buffed M1s like a Xeno Dokai, but a Xeno Dokai is just, it's still the best PvE mode of the game. I mean, like, come on, guys. Anyways, guys, that's it for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like, subscribe, guys.